Peace, love, and light, family, and welcome to the general reading for the full moon in Capricorn, which is taking place today, July 10th, 2025. Different times depending on where you are, so you can look that up. If you are new to the channel, my name is Ty, and I'm super happy to have you. Hopefully you take a look around, like what you see, and hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I truly appreciate all of the love and the support. Hopefully you've already subscribed to the channel. If you are new to tarot and you don't know how this works, it is a general energy reading, so everything will not resonate. Please take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. Also keep in mind that roles are interchangeable and you should place yourself wherever you see fit in the story. Apply it however you see fit. I'm picking up the energy of the collective, so that means a lot of energy. Everything is not gonna apply to you. Okay, what did I want to say? You guys, I was sitting here meditating on the energy, and I did pull the beginning spread as per usual for the sake of timing. And honestly, I think most of us already know, but for those of us who don't, full moons are all about release, 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 letting go, surrendering to what is. And there is no other time than right now to do that. I think that the energy for this full moon in Capricorn is really urging us to allow things to unfold, because the energy right now is really pretty much, you don't know. So you may be feeling like you are questioning everything about the plan or your plan, or maybe you didn't have a plan and all of a sudden now you're like, oh my God, I don't have a plan. What am I going to do with the rest of my life? Where am I going? What am I doing right now? All of these questions, right? And if you had a plan in place, maybe you are reassessing, maybe you are reevaluating, maybe you're like, maybe I need to move in a different direction. What's going on? And you might feel totally and completely lost. And this energy is saying that it is okay to not know. It is okay right now if you don't know where you are going, because that is the energy in the air right now. Okay, it's not always going to be like this, but this is a moment for you to reflect, to honor the feelings that are coming up, especially with Mercury going retrograde on July 17th. The past is going to be a theme, you guys. This is about reevaluating, reassessing, and taking a long, hard look at the things that maybe that you've been avoiding, aspects of yourself, aspects of other people. Truth is something that, baby, this is it right here, okay? Being honest with yourself, being honest with others, really taking accountability for the things that maybe you've been suppressing, right? How much work you've been putting into something or not putting into something. Maybe realizing your feelings about a situation or someone. Maybe you realize that they've changed. Maybe you realize that something needs to end. Maybe you realize that something needs to end, a behavior or a pattern in your life, a way that you've kept yourself stuck in order for something else to begin, okay? And this is the time to do it. With truth be told, I really do feel like this is pertaining to looking in the mirror. This is what we're doing. We're looking in the mirror and asking ourselves, are we doing the work? Where do I want to go? Do I still want to head in the same direction? All of the things, but there's a need to be honest with ourselves about where we are and where we want to be. I think to get clear on that, because right now the lines are blurred for like where we're headed exactly, okay? And that's okay. It's okay to not know and surrender to that unknown right now. But I think that that is also the challenge, right? That's what I'm feeling, is that the challenge is to surrender to the unknown, to know that it's okay to not know. But in order for you to make changes in your life, you got to do something that you've never done before. If you want to step into that next phase, you can only step into something new if you do something that you've never done before. That's the only thing that makes it new, right? That's the only way that we do that. Because if you do the same thing that you've always done, you're going to get the same results you've always gotten. I feel like the energy right now is that our commitment to ourselves and the lives that we desire is being tested, right? This is about not losing faith in the face of what's happening in the world, okay? Because there are a lot of changes happening, okay? And people really reflecting on, again, the plans that they've had and really asking themselves, do I still want this, okay? I also feel, shoot, I have something to say, se me fue. I also, what I'm picking up as well is, seeing things taking things at face value, okay? Being honest with yourself about what someone or something, a situation is showing you, okay? This is a time where you have to see things for what they are. You have to see people for who they are. You can't try to force that change, okay? And I'll get into that in just a second, because for the opening energy, we got the Death card and the Magician. This is transformation at its finest, okay? But I do feel like, there's a need to be honest with yourself about ways that maybe you've been holding yourself back, or things that you need to release. With time to go, it's like, there's a need to face the things that you've been avoiding, maybe the endings that you've been avoiding. And again, I feel like there's a lot of internal shifting that's going on. This is not just about, the people in your life, but about yourself, because remember, our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. And so if there's something in your external world that you want to change and just hasn't changed, something about your external life that hasn't changed, you really got to look at yourself and check in on the inside to see what needs to shift in there, right? Where have you been standing in your own way? It could be a career, right? Maybe you have wanted a promotion, or you've wanted, to get more money, or you've wanted to apply for a certain position, and you feel like you're either being overlooked, or you just, you're in the same place. Well, are you being honest with yourself about what needs to shift within you? Are you thinking with lack, mentality, a lack consciousness? Do you feel like you don't deserve that? Do you feel like, you don't have the skills, like you're not smart enough, like you're not good enough? Something needs to shift within yourself. Also, have you been putting in the work to make the necessary improvements so that you can feel confident enough to move forward with applying to those positions or applying for that promotion? In the aspect of love, and I'm talking about the things that, many of us really focus on, right? Love and money, stability, right? Capricorn is a sign of grounding and stability and abundance, okay? And so, you also may be looking at, let's say in your external life, you're single, you've been single for a long time, and you may find yourself reflecting on, like, damn, when is it going to happen for me? Or how come I can't seem to, why hasn't my turn come? Why can't I find someone? Or why can't someone find me? All of the questions, all of the things, right? Then there's a need to look at yourself as well. Well, how am I showing up in relationships? How am I showing up for myself? Is there some sort of blockage within me, or some sort of resistance in me? Is there something that I need to heal? Because again, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. So how are you speaking to yourself? Are you standing in your own way, right? Are you wanting love but fear commitment, maybe? Are you wanting love but not being open, not being vulnerable, not opening up your heart? Those are things that this energy is bringing in, really having to look at how we stand in our own way, okay? And having to release those things, right? If you want something better, if you want something different, you got to do something different. A lot of us are also considering, transitioning from one place to another, right? Because I feel like for the collective, for a while now, the theme has been, do I want to stay here, or do I want to go? And that could be physically, geographically, or it could be within a relationship or any sort of place, a relationship or a business partnership, things like that, okay? But in order to experience that next level of happiness, you really have to be willing to step into the unknown. For you to be happy, for you to experience this next cycle, because we're shifting, baby. This is a turning point in our time, okay? What's happening out in this world, a lot of stuff that's happening in our planets, you will never get to experience that kind of energy again in your lifetime. And so hopefully you are making the most of it and doing the most with it. And you can feel, even if you're not, shifts are happening. You feel it internally, you sense it externally, okay? I mean, I know I do, right? Where, there's a huge cycle that's coming to a close. And we talked about that. Being in the year 2025, we're in the year 9, okay? Things are closing out. 10, 15 plus year cycles are coming to a close so that we can step into our north nodes, right? The things, our purpose, our destiny. We want things with depth, and we want things with that have substance, okay? And so in order to get on that path, baby, you're gonna have to change a lot. You're gonna have to leave behind the life that you've always known, and that's patterns, behaviors, people, places, things, all of the above, okay? Nothing is off the table. It's going to require a lot of sacrifice. And so this full moon is a perfect time to begin to release. Sit down, journal. You guys know I always talk about it. Write it out, script it out, burn it under the full moon, throw out the ashes, flush them, bury them, however you want to get rid of them. Sit, meditate, connect with divine. What else? Great time for fasting as well. I was having this discussion with my sister-in-law just yesterday to cleanse your body of toxins, of everything. Just all about releasing, right? This is also, with truth be told, about conversations. Being honest after going through the process of being honest with yourself, being honest with other people, being clear, especially with the Magician, communicating your needs, communicating your wants, communicating your boundaries, okay? With Death and the Magician here, this is complete and total transformation. This is really needing to accept the ending of an aspect of yourself. If you want to manifest the life that you dream of, whether it's, a job that's paying you 8 figures, or a career, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, and if you want to step into that, you're going to have to, part of that is going to be shifting your mindset completely. You have to change. You have to get up earlier. You have to work this. You got to do that, blah, blah, blah. You have to change if you want to really step into that role, right? This is a time where you need to be, I don't want to say act as if, even though that is a thing, but living as if you are already in the position that you've wanted to be in. With respect to relationships, that's the same thing, right? If you want a relationship, if you want to call love into your life, but you've been closed off to love since forever, you haven't, compromised, you haven't been vulnerable, you haven't opened up, it's going to require you to put that aspect of you to sleep, night. Okay, it's gonna require you to bury that and step into the uncomfortable unknown. Okay, I read a quote the other day, and I'm probably gonna butcher it, right? It's like the cons are that you're uncomfortable. You're growing, but you're uncomfortable. But it's uncomfortable. And then the pros are, it's uncomfortable, but you're growing. I think I got that right. But yeah, so this is really about taking control and knowing that, you have everything that you need to take control of your life and of this shift. I don't even want to say this situation, because between two worlds, this is literally us right now. We are between two worlds. It's been dark and gray back there. And if you are headed forward movement, you know what you want, you are clear about what you want, and you are standing 10 toes down in your faith and in your power with conviction, and you believe in yourself, right? Then what lies ahead, baby, is far better than what you are leaving behind. And I know that it may seem scary, because scary, new things are scary, like you've never been there before. You don't know this version of you. If it's aspects of yourself, not if, because for many of us, no matter what, whether it be love, money, career, whatever it is that you want, there are aspects of ourselves that we have to pull back and get rid of. We got to shed that dead skin. We got to shed that old skin. And so when you do that, when you lean into that, baby, there's something far, it's just, I feel like it's everything that you dreamed of and more. But for someone here, or, chunk of the collective, right? There's a never-ending story, right? So what kind of conversations are you having with yourself? What do you find yourself constantly focusing on? Remember that where your focus goes, energy flows. Are you focusing in the right areas? Are you focusing on the good? Are you focusing on the positive? Or are you just reiterating all the things that have gone wrong for the past 10 years, all of the jacked up things that you've experienced? Are you telling yourself that same old story? Because if you want something to change, you have to change the narrative. You have to change what you are putting out into the universe. That's not you anymore. So stop repeating those same old things. That was a hard reality that actually hit me not too long ago. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit, here for the collective, for this Capricorn full moon energy. Yeah. The moon card, full moon. Okay, you got a full moon back there. The moon card came out. We are literally in the unknown, and it is going to be emotional because we are still in Cancer season, baby. So these are emotional releases. Maybe you find yourself just wanting to cry. Really, literally, like you could find, if you are somebody who has held back feelings or just somebody who's not like a crier, an emotional person, you find that you feel overwhelmed with emotions. Even if just about your situation, you may experience moments where you just want to cry. And crying is such a spiritual release. It is so good to allow yourself to cry. I'm not telling you that you got to do the ugly cry in front of other people. Listen, full transparency. I hopped in the shower last night and your girl broke down. Like, I felt this overwhelming feeling of just like, oh my gosh, why do I want to cry right now? And I literally just leaned into it and allowed myself to have a good cry, let it all out. And baby, as I was doing that, I remembered that the full moon was today. And in that same process, I literally told Divine, I said, I surrender whatever this is. Whatever this is that I'm releasing, I surrender it to you. And it felt so good to let it out, you know? And the thing that I realized that I didn't do, which I was actually proud of, is that I didn't after reflect on all of the things that may have caused those, you know, feelings or whatever it was to come out. I didn't try to analyze it. I just knew that I felt emotional, and I honored that, and I gave myself grace, and I was gentle with myself, and I didn't judge myself for being overly emotional. No, I let out the good cry, because the truth is right now, I don't know what's next. And that may be something that you're feeling, because I feel that energy very strongly, which is like, I know the things that I want, right? And I have been clear about the direction that I've wanted to go in, but there's like this stillness and this pause that feels almost like a delay. And I sit, and it's kind of like things are blurry. And the moon, things are blurry, right? The lines between, you know, there's like a distortion and truth, and those lines are blurry right now. Okay, yeah, there's a need to really sit with yourself and meditate, make sure that your chakras are aligned, so that you're able to navigate this energy. And with all the things happening within the planets, between Neptune and Mercury and all of these planets being conjunct, it is going to be a bit of a roller coaster, okay? With the moon card here, yeah, it's okay to accept that you don't know, okay? And for many of the collective, I feel like a lot of what we are being asked to face are our fears. Fear is the thief of joy, baby. Fear will keep you disabled and crippled from moving forward into your purpose, into your passions, into your desires, into what you deserve. Fear will keep you stuck. And so I feel like this is what it is. It's like the collective is having to face their fears and decide. Am I going to sit here and wallow in these fears and live the way that I've been living for the past 10 years? Or am I being presented with an opportunity to change this? And if I am, do I have the courage to step into that opportunity? The Three of Wands, expansion. You've been waiting for a shift. Well, bitch, things are shifting. And something is definitely coming in. The Fool at the bottom of the deck. This is the leap of faith. This is the risk. With no risk, there's no reward. Small, what is it? Scared money don't make no money. Go big or go home, right? And so the Fool is here. Oh my gosh, and I see the Emperor, and that's Aries energy. And I believe that there's something pertaining with this full moon and Aries. I think it's happening in the sign of, no, so it's a full moon in Capricorn, but there was something else. I read it the other day. I'm not going to quote it because I'm going to confuse you. But anyway, Aries energy is strong here. Okay. This is, yeah, needing to take the leap of faith if you want to build the empire that you've been praying for. Needing to pack light, baby. And I feel like this is what it is too, right? Really analyzing, do I need this? Needs versus want, right? And what's the word that I'm looking for? Not sifting, but just kind of cleansing, getting rid of the things that you don't need. Because Spirit is saying where you're going next, you can pack light. You're not going to need much. You're not going to need much because what you're about to head into, what you're going into is heart-led. Right? You're going to feel it in your heart. And for some of the collective, that is the realization. It's that bold truth. Like, oh shit, I feel this strong pull. Like, I'm scared. I've never done that kind of work before, but my heart is telling me to believe in myself, to have faith in myself. The answer is yes. Go. Do that. I've never been, in this level of commitment before with a person. I haven't opened myself up to being this vulnerable. It's scary. Oh my gosh, I realize I care or love this person. Yes, move forward. Like having to face those kinds of fears. Yes, having the courage to face your fears with the Strength card at the bottom of the deck. This is literally saying you have to stand in your power. You have to have courage to move forward, to jump off the cliff. Like you could do the hike, and when you get to the cliff, it's time to jump off into the river like I was the other day. And it's like, what you gonna do? You said you wanted, to be more adventurous. You're at the cliff. Now a bitch jumped. I was scared. I pushed myself off the wall. You're going to do this. No turning back now, right? So that's what Spirit is saying. There's no turning back now. I mean, you can. We always have free will and we always have the choice. But if you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten, right? Because the Strength card is also about holding back, holding yourself back. Holding yourself back from an experience, holding yourself back from a person, holding yourself back from just forward movement, holding yourself back because of fears. One more here, please. Ace of Cups, baby, follow your heart. This is a big yes. This is a new cycle that is coming in that you don't even know how good it's going to be with the Moon card. You don't know. You don't know. And the universe is not trying to tell you either, because what's being tested is your faith. That's what I just heard Spirit say. What's being tested is your faith. Can you stand the rain? I'm gonna make it rain if I keep singing, I know, but it's okay. The Ace of Cups is about love. It's new love too. So if some of you are looking for new love, then baby, you better put yourself out there. You better go mingle. Because it ain't going to come knock on your door if you're sitting at home, pot calling the kettle black, okay? But I'm ready. I'm ready to step into that. And if you are, then you need to follow your heart. If you're being led to someone, if you're being led to something, follow your heart. Do what makes you happy. This is all about the North Node, the things that move us from within. Ain't nobody worried about the material things. I mean, at least not any of us who are here with a purpose and a higher calling on our lives, okay? The Ace of Cups is about following your heart. I'm going to stop there because the Two of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. This is divine union, divine connection. If you are looking for love and you have had the shitty end of the stick, right? This is like, I keep thinking of quotes, right? That quote that says like, when Mr. Not good enough meets Mrs. I don't know, always been done wrong. That's me. You know what I mean, okay? Find each other. This is like, baby, this is love. This is a divine soul contract. This is, you're not going to forget about me. This is, you're going to know. It's going to hit you, and it's going to be peaceful. There's going to be a peace for whoever this is for. You're fearful, but it's not like, I feel like there's a fear of stepping into the unknown, but then there's this sense of peace when you think about life with this person or loving this person. And for those of you who have not met this person, it is going to feel like that. It's going to feel like I know you and I see you. And this feels so chill. It feels so calm, so peaceful. Like I'm in a space in my life where like, if I'm dating, I don't care to feel butterflies because I don't want that nervous. I'm sorry, you guys. I got cut off because my storage was full. But what I was saying was I don't want to feel butterflies because it makes me nervous. Butterflies like send signals to your brain and it's like your body responding. So I don't want to feel that. I want to feel peace. I want to feel calm. I want to feel like I could be myself and not be judged. I want to just feel like, yeah, like, okay, I know you. Like, we're cool. We're friends. Developing friendships, right? Before getting into anything. And so I feel like that, like you're gonna just feel like, oh wow, this feels good, like this feels like somebody. I'm not saying that you're not going to be attracted to them, because with the Magician there, like you are the Three of Wands, like there's attraction here, right? Obviously the Two of Cups is like, ooh, goo goo gaga, but but I mean, like it's gonna feel like initially like two friends, you know, like you could just talk to this person kind of thing. So yeah, anything else? Ten of Cups. Yeah, yo, I'm telling you, you guys, the Page of Wands is in the reverse here, right? So I feel like right now, you know, there may be energy here of someone who's not making any moves, not doing anything. But with that Three of Wands there, this tells me like when you decide to step forward and stop playing small and stop being afraid, when you decide to face those fears, to confront your fears, this is what awaits you. Abundance, happiness, the happy family, the person you know, your person, or the opportunities that you have been trying to manifest or working on manifesting for a long time now. I'm going to stop because the Wheel of Fortune is there. Look, when you walk away from the things that are not serving you anymore, the things that don't feel good, when you let go of those things that are not fulfilling, when you make that change, and you decide, you know what, I'm leaving those 8 cups. I'm just going to grab my little bag right here, my little bag of tricks, you know, my broom, and I'm going to leave that behind. I'm going to step into, I'm going to minimize my life. I'm going to remove all the distractions and all of that, all of the things that appear like, you know, I feel like we're moving away from, you know, a time where you need, like, where you wanted more in terms of like the physical. I feel like because we're in the age of Aquarius, Aquarius is a sign that seeks depth, right? It's the humanitarian. Like, we don't care about stuff. We want depth. We want love. We want, show me your heart. Don't show me your bank account. I mean, don't get me wrong. You got to have, you know, a little stability, you know, have yourself together, but show me your heart. Show me who you really are in here. And when I tell you this is the turning point, this full moon here, you guys, this is it. This is my favorite line from, one of my favorite lines from Home Alone. This is it. Don't get scared now. Don't get scared now. This is the time when you release so that you can move forward, because that wheel is shifting, baby. If you've been on the bottom of that wheel, things are about to change for you. Within the next couple of months, the collective, those of us who are actively doing the work to heal from trauma, to heal from, you know, negative experiences, from lack mentality, from a lack consciousness into money consciousness, into abundance consciousness, to raise our vibrations, to be a positive impact on humanity, to be the change that we want to see in the world, baby. Like the Midas touch. Everything turns to gold. Okay? You guys, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated with you, please leave a comment down below. Let me know how. Don't forget to give your girl a like. It helps my channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, I hope that you consider subscribing. If you're interested in reaching out to me on any capacity for any type of collaboration, or you're interested in a personal reading, or just following me on some of my other social media platforms, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. You guys, happy full moon in Capricorn. Journal, do your release, meditate, let go of anything that's weighing you down or holding you back. Get out of your own way. I love you all so much. Peace, love, and light. Mwah.